guys, I am back once again to talk with you again. How's your Saturday going? I was here earlier today and brought another show and tell to you, but I'm back today with another topic that I want to talk about with the ladies today. This is all about the ladies today, and it's about that that clock inside of us, that internal clock that we have that's ticking, especially as far as single women. And I had a discussion with some ladies, and it was about settling down and finding their soulmate and wanting to get married before it was the time was running out, or they felt that they were too old to be in a relationship, which I find interesting. I think that all women at some point go through that stage where they feel like they only have a short time, especially women that are does not have children. They may be looking at wanting to settle down so that they can find a mate and have children. But a lot of women really just want to feel that they have that person, that companion in their life that they can spend the rest of their life with. And so I think a lot of times we are willing to sacrifice and do a lot of different things in order to get that. I know, being over the age of 50 and being single, sometimes you do get that feeling of being alone, and what if you're like this for the rest of your life? Or, will you ever find that person that is for you? It's not like I've never been married before, but I think all women at some point go through that phase where they kind of wonder about, what if, or am I gonna ever find that guy? But the topic that I really want to talk about on that subject is the right and the wrong way of going about things. Now, everybody has an opinion about this, and some people are, feel like they can anything. There's no boundaries. Everything is available. They don't care whether or not the person is married or in another relationship with someone else. They don't feel that nothing is off limits. And so they can go to any lengths to be able to acquire what they want. But there are limitations. And I find it very disturbing that on one hand, you're praying to God and you're asking Him for this blessing to find your soulmate or your companion. And on the other hand, you're willing to go out and step into a relationship that's already established, whether or not it's having problems, or whatever is going on in that relationship, but people are willing to go out and step into the realms of someone else's relationship and claim that that's for them. What I do know is that everything that God does, He does decent and in order, and He does not do it in a realm of evil or wrongdoing or sin. So if someone is already in a relationship, you can't claim that relationship for you and claim that that's what God is giving you if that relationship is still established. That I do know. But you will have people to believe that they really feel that that person is for them because of maybe a ton of things that person may have said to them, even though they're still living with their spouse, and they feel like it's just a matter of time before they leave, and that they'll come together like the knight in shining armor, Prince Charming, and ride off into the sunset. But that's not really true. Usually in situations like that, if that relationship ends, a lot of times your relationship will end in that same way. So it's really not a good idea to seek a relationship with someone that is already in a relationship. I also find it very disturbing that when we reach this age of middle age, whatever you might term middle age, because middle age could actually start at 40, that we're willing to sacrifice, or I don't know if sacrifice is the word, but we'll settle basically, and for the sake of saying we have a relationships. And a lot of times we end up in relationships that we're not really happy, that's not fulfilling, that we're not satisfied with, that we really wouldn't have chosen had we been 10, 20, 15 years younger. And a lot of times we'll settle in those relationships just to have it and find ourselves unhappy. I attend a lot of functions where there are women that come together and they talk, and a lot of times I'm disturbed by the fact that a lot of women are really unhappy in their relationships, whether they're married or otherwise. Sometimes it could be just a long-term relationship. I have girlfriends that have been dating the same guy for 18 years, and you often would wonder why they never married, but they're working on 18 years of being in the same relationship with someone and they're not committed in that sense of marriage. Or you have someone that's been married 30, 35 years and they, occupy different bedrooms and they complain that they're unhappy, but they've been in that relationship for 35 years. Every one individual has the option to choose relationships that they want. So if that's your choice to choose a relationship based on whatever it was that made you decide that, whether it was finances or just companionship in itself. But when you take that relationship and you go and hang out with friends and you complain and you whine about how unhappy you are, it should make you want to think about why I chose to do this in the first place. So for me, I decided after I had my divorce was that, if God so willed it for me to find another person that I could occupy my time with, I wanted to be somebody that I could feel that if I only have 15, 20 years left of life, that would be somebody that I felt that I would want to spend that entire time with, that I want to feel that I want to give 100% of my energy, my love, whatever it is I have into that relationship to make that relationship thrive. And I feel that we need to stop sacrificing ourselves as women because we feel that internal clock ticking and that time may be running out. It's not meant for everyone to have children in life. It's probably not meant for everyone to be married, even though some would say that there's someone for everyone. But I know people that have died single. So the fact that they died single, was it someone for them? So I think that for me, I said the best thing for me to do is to live the best life I can right now. I pour so much energy into living to the fullest. My spiritual life, my professional life, my play life. I do things that I feel that if it was my last day, I would be so fulfilled in what I did. And so that's one of the reasons why I love traveling, because it's so much I want to see. It's so much international traveling that I want to do that I haven't had the opportunity to do. And so people create what they call bucket lists. And with these lists, they kind of just knock off things that they want to do with their lives. I am so blessed that I have a circle of friends now. And we actually attend the same congregation, the same church. And it's called a singles ministry. And we actually do so many things together. So it gives me the avenue of friendships. And it helps me with that companionship or with loneliness at times. And I still date. I want to make it seem like I don't go out on dates with men. I do. But I just feel like instead of settling with just the next thing that comes across, I want to make sure that that's someone that I feel that we have common interests. We're compatible. We're happy together. We're attracted to one another. And we can grow together. So that is really important to me. So I challenge you women that, I think a lot of relationships are ending because we are not taking the time to find that person, that we are meant to be with. And we settle. And it's so sad to hear a woman talk about being married for 30, 35 years and she's very unhappy. I hate seeing that. But that's just my opinion on it. I'm sure you have some of your own, and if you want to add it, please, do so below. We all have the option of living our life the way that we choose, but why not do it and be happy? So that's all I have today. I hope you guys are enjoying this day. We've had all types of weather today. It's stormed, it's been cool, it's been hot. Right now the sun is back shining again, it's humid. But that's just summer days in the South. So take care, you guys, and have a wonderful rest of the weekend.